Coach Larry FX Academy once again. So today we are basically going to be talking about the Solana USDT. So we will be talking about the Solana USDT. Now we can clearly understand that this Solana coin actually from this point has given us a rally to the upside, and then it has dropped. Now to this rally where it gave us to the upside, this was actually, we first had a rally from 2021 down to 2021 November. We had the point where market pushed to its highest point, and then right from that 2021, I think towards the COVID-19 period and all of that, market dropped massively to 2022, which is the lowest point it has actually attained. And right from 2022, the market has actually rallied massively to the upside, and this is what we have. So now, for us to be able to look at the chart extensively, we would simply mark the highest point market has gotten to in its history, because the data is not really a large data, and then we would mark the lowest point it has gotten to. So we can see that this Solana coin actually is playing within a range. So it's playing within a range from this low to this particular high. So now, for us to be able to understand what actually we could be anticipating to happen on this particular side of the market, we would have to switch to the smaller time frame, which is the weekly time frame. Now on this weekly time frame, things begin to get clearer. Now what can we see on this weekly time frame? We can clearly see that our market structure is beginning to come into play here. Now we have one of our market structure, which is the break of structure here, and then we can clearly see that this would be our first level for take profit, while the highest points, which I'll show you shortly, while this point is going to be the overall level for the take profit. But then we already have the structure between this area and this area. So now when market breaks the structure, we should be expecting it to get into this point. Now based on this reaction, we can also clearly see that on this Solana coin, we have our point A. We have our point A. So our point A, and we have our point B. We have our point B. So these are the two levels we have for our Solana coin. Now what do we simply do? We can now mark out our Fibonacci. Now when we mark our Fibonacci, we can simply mark it through from the point A to the point B. Now one other thing we omitted entering is just this level here. We have this level as our BOS, which is our break of structure. So we have this level as our break of structure. So that is actually the point market broke structure, which created this break of structure. Before this break of structure, we got a low, which created a break of structure and gave us our point B. So we dragged our Fibonacci between our point A and our point B, and we look out for reactions between the 0.618 level and the 0.79 level. Now we can clearly see that we got reactions coming from the 0.618 level here, So this is actually where we are getting reactions from, and we can see clearly that whenever market taps into this level, it begins to push rally to the upside. It tapped into this level again, it tried pushing to the upside, and then it has tapped into this level again for the third time. It's also still trying to struggle to the downside. So that is actually the data we have for this particular small weekly time frame. Now, ideally, what we would be having is to simply put our entry there, and then we'll be targeting this area as our take profit, and then we'll be targeting this point as our stop loss. You understand? But then, because we want to see this particular chart on our lower time frame, we can simply just shift this, and then we go to the daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame, things begin to get a little bit clearer. Now on this daily time frame, we can clearly see that there are internal structures playing out here, which this is one. We have this, which we can still call our BOS. So this is one of the BOS we have. And then market also did its thing. It came here, and I would say it has hit, based on this BOS, would create a structure between this level and this level, this being our point A. Now I'm doing this for education purpose now. So this being our point A, and this being our point B. We now would mark our Fibonacci between this level, our point A and our point B, in expectation for entry. So this is our point A. So basically, we will now mark these levels between our point A and point B. And then we can see that using that particular reaction, we got our entry coming up from this particular area for this market. So that was actually how we got our entry from this on this particular market, and you see market hit take profit. Now we also would go a little bit in detail talking about the next structure we saw, which was broken. And then the next structure we saw which was broken was this particular structure. Now this structure is also our BOS. This structure is also our BOS. And then ideally we actually have to use this level as our point A, and then this level, this high, as our point B. So this level which we ideally have to use as our point B, what we actually have to do is to now mark from this low, which is our point A, to this high, which is our point B. Now this high, okay, let me just re-enter this. So now this high, actually we can see market stopped us out here and then pushed to the upside, created a low, dropped, and then currently we are getting some sort of structures playing out here. Now this is actually a news, so I don't really know. Sometimes we can take that as a real impact. We can also overlook that impact, but then we can see liquidity resting here. You can see liquidity resting here. So basically we are on a buy bias, so we can't actually be looking for sell setups in this particular trade. So all setups we have to be looking for good entries are buy setups. So now we can now go to the smaller time frame, which is the H4 time frame. Now on the H4 time frame, actually this is the daily separator, so we can't really see much here. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Now on the 1 hour time frame, I think we can simply only see the structure, but then the nearest structure I can now see, which I can make interpretations from, is this structure here, coming from this particular low which created the new high of the market. This particular structure. So we can simply say we have market break structure around here. We can safely say we have market break structure at this point. We can safely say we have market break structure at this particular point, which is this, and then market reversed into that particular area. Thereby we'll call this our points. We'll call this our POS. We'll call this our BOS, and then this point A, and then this point B. So basically what we can do here is we can basically plot our zone coming from those points A to point B, and we can see if we had done that, we'll be getting an entry from this particular area, and then this is our buy. So this buy trade actually picked from this particular point. Then this ideally is supposed to be our take profit using this particular pattern. This is ideally supposed to be our take profit. So now, that being the case, if you are someone who would want to hold for a long time, that this is actually a good price to buy and hold a lot of coins of Solana. Now we can remove this too. Having done that, we now look for the new structure. The new structure of this market is now we marking the new levels market has broken. So market broke this high, and also it broke this high here. Now market having broken this high and this high, we can now see that we ideally are supposed to mark this level. We ideally are supposed to mark this level as our point A and point B using this break-off structure. So let's do that so you can see what happened. BOS, then this as our point A, and this as our point B, these highs. So if you can see, when we pick our Fibonacci and we mark it through, you can clearly see that on this particular trade, if we are taking it, whichever level we would have used, using this 0.618. So if we had used this 0.618, we would actually hit our first SL, and then if we had taken the second trade here, we would also hit our second SL. So this is us being very transparent with our trade. it's not a holy grail. So you would actually take some losses, but then you take more profits than losses. So that being the case, we would have hit stop loss on these trades. So let me simply just mark this. So having seen this, we now adjust our point A to this particular area because market has dropped massively into this point, and then that's created our new entry. Then when we did that, we found out that markets now gave us the point at which we actually were looking for, marking it from this particular point, point, and then we can now pick our 0.79 level, which is this level, and then we can exit. So now, that being the case, if you are taking a trade from this point, that would have been the best buy of the year, and that was when? That was in October. So this was in October. So if you had bought in October, that would have been your best purchase of Solana. Now what do? We can now simply set our 2 here for long, and then target, sorry. So we can now set our 2 here for long, and then we target this area, target that area as our take profit, and then here for our stop loss. So this is actually a current running trade which is massively in profit on Solana. The overall take profit actually for Solana is this particular high we have on the higher time frame. Sorry, my chart is messy, but I believe if you followed me from the start, you would actually gain massively from the information I'm posting out here on Solana. So on the daily time frame, you can see the whole thing. So that's what we have on Solana at the moment. Thank you thank you all for taking your time to join me as we did analyze this Solana coin. I believe you've learned one or two things from this particular video. The Solana price is currently at 156, and it's gonna really pump up massively. So that's it. You can actually, the best price, I always say, can you purchase now? I would say no. Why? Because except you want to purchase for a long term, mean purchasing and holding for like 2 years, 3 years, then you can purchase the Solana at this price. But if you want to trade it, I would advise you wait for it to give us a new drop where we can use this area as our point A, and then the resist where it's reversed from as our point B, to be able to get the best price to purchase Solana from. It's Larry FX Academy. Please help me subscribe to our channel to increase our please just subscribe. Peace, guys.